Greetings everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Hordebreaker, Episode 13, Louisville Checkpoint. And then we pick up here in the Valley Station warehouse, where I have holed up for the night. I did finally find a sledgehammer. In fact, I found two of them in the same box. But I found a sledgehammer and removed the stairs off the sledgehammer so that I cannot be attacked up here. It's impossible for me to get killed by a zombie, at least in my current location. It is 9 p.m. I'm very tired. I'm quite hungry. And this is where I'm going to make rest for the night. The plan for tomorrow is to continue heading for Louisville. And what I'm hoping to do is a few things. I'm hoping to pick up some guns and ammo, but I'm also really hoping to find a trailer for the truck. I prefer driving without a trailer if I can help it, because trailers can get caught up on zombies in swarms and get you killed. But the current carry weight of this truck is diminishing because of my lack of metalworking skill. And if I don't get a trailer, I'm going to have a pretty limited amount of stuff I'm able to carry. So that's currently the plan. Once I get into Louisville, there's a few different things I'll be able to do. One, I could try to make base camp. I don't think I'm going to be making base camp where I intend to permanently live immediately, but at least carve out somewhere safe. If a generator is important, and I'm not necessarily saying it is, but if the generator is important, I'll also have to hit up places that have magazines, like gas stations, to try to find a magazine, but it's going to be really, really tricky to travel around Louisville, given the population settings. It's going to have another order of magnitude of zombies, I think. Like we're talking, I don't know, 100,000? So caution is required. Glitch and Omega, thank you for the bits. And Do Village for the resub. Welcome. Let me brave this hot coffee while I read myself to sleep. Alright, we're sleeping on a bad quality chair, but that's just how it's going to be. What are my zombie settings? A lot of the details are in the details command. The TLDR is that zombies are weaker, but a lot more plentiful, and ammo is more common, and experience is gained at triple the rate. That would be the really easy TLDR. Okay, unfortunately for me, I woke up when the zombies were already more mobile, which is bad timing. And then I woke up bored and sad, but not in pain, so that's good. Oh, well, now I'm in pain. No, not really. When you jump off of ledges like that, if you're encumbered, it's a lot worse for you than if you're not. So if I recall correctly, the sledgehammer here I need to carry. This is the one I've been using. But this is absolutely going to encumber me, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to want to drop this at first chance once I get into town or into the checkpoint. So that's where I'm headed to next, is to the Valley Station Louisville military checkpoint in order to clear it out and possibly get not that likely, but possibly get a trailer. Should we level up shooting with shotgun? We could. It would require me to get a lot more bullets than I currently have, and I really don't have a lot of bullets. Once you start wielding the shotgun, you need enough bullets to kill all the things attracted by the sound, which is to say you need hundreds of rounds. Does the game tell you what videos you've already watched? It does, yeah. So if you go to training materials here, and you go to home VHS, these gray things will turn white once watched. Same with books, right? So I've read Carpentry 1 and 2, I've read Mechanics 1, I've read Tailoring 1, and that why they're white, not gray. Same with recipes, you can track your recipes. So I have all the metalworking recipes and farming, but not how to use generators, which would be the important one. Is that a mod? No, it's built into Project Zomboid now. And that released maybe 2 releases ago, so it's relatively new. Come on, engine. There we go. All right, to Louisville. So this is the remnants of me trying to make this area safe. One thing that I haven't done, actually, is to check the cars around here. Let me just do a slow drive-by. That car looks in relatively good condition. And Avery, thank you for the resub. Glad to have you here. It's also possible to get tools from here. I'm not really sure what tools I need, though. None of this. Alright, let's get moving to the checkpoint. So I'm actually going to get a little bit more detailed in the description. Clear out the military checkpoint. With a sledgehammer, there's other ways to get into Louisville, but I'm gonna... Gerald here wants to kill as many things as he can, as long as it serves a purpose. So instead of sneaking my way in and breaking perimeter wall, I'm just gonna drive straight through. Oh, and there's a lot of them. Oh, yes. Hello, all you. Oh, and there's enough cars that's kind of stopping me. So the truck that you saw in the driveway had a pretty dinged up hood, and I was mostly just looking for a hood. See if I could do a hood swap. All right. Let's drop the sledge and get to work. The other thing I should probably check is the HP on the axe. Because oh, it's fine. Why, hello, zombies! Line up, all nice like. There's not too many behind me, which is good. That way I don't have to check my 6 constantly. Do you have a gun? You have a Desert Eagle. Alright. That's a particularly loud pistol. Okay, well, provided that there's no biters trying to bite me, I can get some of these road cones out of the way. But I won't steal them. They can have them back. I can hear my panic. There was some questions about panic, and I think I misidentified what panic is. Mostly, oh, hi there. Mostly you recover from panic as a result of duration of time survived more than kills. So surviving a few months will lower your panic far more than slaying hordes. And with that in mind, Gerald here is not likely to lose panic for a while, not until he gets a lot more accustomed to living a long time. That was fewer in the checkpoint than I thought. Respawns for this is turned off, but by default, Zomboid does have respawns. The rules of respawns by default is anywhere that you haven't been in 72 hours is can be respawned into. So that way, you're not gonna get, if you have a home and you frequent your home once every at least 3 days, you're not gonna get respawns like in your own home. It's also one of the reasons why I don't bother building outposts all that much in Project Zomboid, because if you don't frequent those outposts once every few days, they're not really outposts anymore. They're just places where you might be able to sleep and Gerald here makes do with some of the weirdest places to sleep. Like a restaurant's office or a hallway or a firehouse shower. He's not too picky. I have killed almost 2,100 zombies. Yeah, my shower couches. Exactly. Oh, here, you want to take... Oh, every time I think I've cleared them out and pick up the sledgehammer, more are just like, haha. If you're wondering why I keep dropping the sledgehammer, it's because it encumbers me, and when you fight encumbered, you get more tired more quickly, and you hit for less, as you can see. Crit chance goes down 5%, attack speed goes down, trip chance goes up, climb chance goes down, speed goes down, and reduced endurance. I know that the my overlay UI covers up some of that, but that would be the TLDR, is fighting encumbered is bad. In fact, I've lost characters because I was only slightly encumbered. And that's enough. Really? You guys are jerks. This is probably going to be a very common theme heading into Louisville, is everywhere I clean out immediately gets more zombies, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Because that's how Louisville is going to be. No, I might as well kill you. By the time I get the car started, you're going to be pounding on the hood. So with respawns off, it is technically possible to clear all zombies. Yes. I don't know if it's ever been done without cheats, because without cheats, it would be basically impossible to confirm that you've actually accomplished the task. Because there's no way to find zombies without cheats, but yeah, it's technically possible. Is the sledge still on the ground? It is. Yes, I did leave it behind. I'll go back for it in just a sec. This is oddly empty. I mean, there are definitely zombies here, but it is not as bad as I thought it would be. It's probably going to get a lot worse once I go north of the checkpoint here. So fence gates like that you can just bash down with blunt weapons. You don't have to dismantle them with sledgehammers, but given that I forgot my sledgehammer, I will go back for it. I long for the day where I can just have the sledgehammer in storage somewhere, not have to worry about it. Where'd you come from, cowboy? Oh no, that's just your mullet. Whoops. It looked like a cowboy hat. So it's 1 p.m. and oh, hi. You guys seem to have shown up out of nowhere. It's 1 p.m. and once it turns to be like 4 p.m. or so, I should start hunkering down, looking for a place to sleep. Oh, it's like a full desert camo zombie. I don't see those very often. So I'll let the zombies that are bashing that front gate destroy the front gate while I double back for those behind me. Let's see. I'll take some choco cakes. I'm down to 83 kilos, so I'm losing weight, meaning that I'm going to be able to eat junk food. Eventually, what ends up happening, unless you take great effort, is if you rely on, like, farming, you end up without too much fat in your diet. Meaning it's really difficult to keep your weight up out of being malnourished and starving. But I have the opposite problem because I am a junk food addict. Let's try to push this guy. See what he has. So military desert camo, everything. And dog tags. And a large backpack. I've already got myself a large backpack, so it's... Oh, this was open. So it's not particularly special to me. If I could find the army bag, that'd be even better. Okay. Guess I'm not going in there. Big Hurt Burris, thank you for the follow. Welcome. What I'm hoping to do while I'm here is to obtain, and I know I left the sledge again. I know. I'm not planning on going further into the check. What I'm trying to do is clear out the checkpoint so it's safer, and then double back to hole up, sleep somewhere behind where I am. So I'm just leaving it behind so I don't have to constantly pick it up, because I plan on double backing. So past times I forgot it, this time I intentionally left it. Well, with a dude with like a giant white beard in fatigues, I'm gonna assume that they activated the reserves and it didn't make much of a difference. Well, let's see what he's got. Another empty bag. So this is an army checkpoint, and it's going to have a lot of army things. One thing I should be on the lookout for is like maybe picking up a cot so I could sleep. It's going to be a little tricky to find a safe spot to sleep, though. But I'll figure that out. Because this checkpoint is rather large. And there's a lot of it. I do, however, want that military helmet. Gerald here is not military, but sort of military obsessed. So you can have your crash helmet. My old crash helmet. I'll keep the Millie one. There we go. Alright, it's getting to the hour that I wanted to find some shelter. So I may have to turn back. This was kind of a late start to the day. I could try to clear out the tower and then sledge the stairs. That might be a decent way to go about it. With just a lot of sheet ropes on over the edges, or no deployed sheet rope, and I just sleep up there, and then tomorrow morning I can sheet rope down, so it can't get pulled. So that'll probably be my approach. Hey, Marauder. Thank you for gifting out a sub. So in order to get there, I am not going to go the official route. I am going to sledge my way through. So if you take a look here, if I wanted to do the proper way, I'd have to like go all the way down and back around, and that just attracts a lot of zombies. But because of the sledgehammer, no such ridiculousness need be done. Is it viable to clear out an entire apartment building? Yes. It's viable to do whatever you want when you have a sledgehammer. Sledgehammer is kind of the I win button of Zomboid. Do whatever you want with it. Where's the sledge? And I think what I'm going to do is go to sleep a little early to get a very early start tomorrow, so that I can clear out some of these hordes around the army camp while they're slow and staggering around in the dark. bread knife. Can you build zombie traps in this game? It depends what you mean. But not really. Okay, yeah, I can definitely sleep here and knock out some stairs so no one can climb up after me. I don't usually like to sleep in elevated locations with a small footprint. But in this case, you know, I'll just make do. Small footprint would be like narrow buildings, because if the building gets surrounded, it's really hard to avoid zombies. Whereas if it's a big wide building, you have a lot more options of how to egress. So I've got the sledge at the base of these stairs, so let's get up there. Or actually, before I even do that, let's see if I can't rummage up a cot so I can sleep a little bit nicer while eating my junk food. Gummy bears. Let's hope it's not the sugar-free ones. Colon blow ones. So there's probably going to be cots in the med tent. I don't need a gurney, though. Alright, the bed quality of these are good. They're probably pretty heavy, though. Alright, order of operations. Let's break down that door up top so that I don't have to set the bed down and then up again. Can I imagine a chopper event going off now? I mean, if it did, it wouldn't be a big deal. I would just have to leave this area. Just drive away. So Vashdash, I have set up in the server settings for this series that chopper events happen like weekly-ish. Ooh, I'm out of water. That is of great concern. So, yeah, I can have multiple choppers. In fact, I've already had 2 so far. Oh, that's a lot of gun bullets. Okay. Let's make some room for the bed. Put the sledgehammer here. I'll tidy up that trash, though. Because I can treat this as sort of a fallback point. You know, if I need to. It's not terrible. Alright. I will need to find water, though. That's a big one. Which is ironic, given that it's raining. Let me pause just a second and consult the map. See if there's any obvious water sources around me. There is... Yeah, okay, there is sort of. So I'm probably going to have to go for it. But I am getting drowsy, so that's not good. I also have all those... You know what? I don't really need water. I have all the pop in the truck, I think. All the soda. I'll just drink soda. My weight would allow for it. Yep, here's 14 cans of pop and 2 of orange soda. That'll have to do. Cool. I got it first try. Oh, there's even like curtains on those that are removable if I want to curtain up this. The only reason to curtain up this tower is if I wanted to use this tower as a way to hide from choppers, which I don't think I intend to do. Oh, not place. Come on. There we go. Lovely. It's not much of a home, but it's mine now. Can I put a water barrel on this roof? I mean, hypothetically I could, but I don't intend to live here, so sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of benefit. Because I'd need to like build stairs or something to get up on the roof. It's rather complicated. All right, so I'm only going to put down one of the sheet ropes, and I'm going to keep the other sheet rope for myself, so that I can get out of Dodge when I want to. You don't have to destroy the handrails, but I'm choosing to, because it's more aesthetically pleasing. Oh, I've got a dude in a trucker hat coming for me. I want to make sure that Mr. Trucker Hat does not pull down this rope, or I have no more access to my own tower. In case I need to make a quick getaway. Helps to point the car where you can just floor it. Probably will never make a difference, but you never know. Alright, well, I've got shelter. Hey, ate your cookie? Are you the Cookie Monster? Thank you for the sub, by the way. I make pretty good cookies, so I don't blame you for eating them. What else is here? I didn't even really look. Hey, radio. Nice. I'm going to place that on the counter here. Or wherever I ended up floating somehow. This is well. Oh, and it already has the automated channel. Wunderbar. I think what I'll do is I will... Nah, I'll just go to sleep. I was going to say I was going to wait until morning for me to get the newest broadcast, but I don't think that's going to be all that important. Do silencers exist in the game? Not without mods. So if you want a silenced gun, you're going to need a mod. Can I disassemble? So most things can be either disassembled or destroyed. I would say, for me at the moment, it's probably not worth me like trying to dismantle the security stuff, because I don't have the electrical book read, so the amount of experience I would get from it is pretty awful. It's going to be a little dark. Guess it's a new moon or something. Oh, right. I removed the stairs. Let's not walk and fall. Do I always skip watching the TV? I do, yes. Because it's no longer meta to watch. What changed? VHS tapes changed. So if you read the book correlating to the recorded show, you gain a lot more experience as a result. They're also boring. But yeah, so for instance, if I watched Exposure Survival 1 without having read the fishing book, I would get some experience. If I read the fishing book first and then watch Exposure Survival 1, I get a lot more fishing experience. So you actually get a lot more bang for your buck not watching the TV shows unless you've already read the correlated books. Which is why you don't see me watching TV early on. That and watching TV early on, you're, in my opinion, wasting very precious time setting up for long-term survival. That you would be much, much, much better served by preparing for actual survival. So what I'm doing now is I'm just I'm trimming down what I have in my trunk in order to try to make room for the sledgehammer or anything else that I want to carry. Because I think I'm going to be running around collecting bullets, and I definitely don't need a full trunk. So in order to rewatch stuff, you do need the tape. And it can be tricky to find the tapes, but even then, that's how I prefer to play. So I do have a lot of stuff that I dumped out of this trunk, but this trunk now has weight for about 10 more kilos. So let's get it. So first order of business, and let me update, is to get water and ammo. The most important item that is missing is the generator magazine. Yeah, I would agree. Although in Louisville, because there's so much to scavenge, you probably don't need power. I mean, it's nice, but it's not absolutely necessary because there's just an over and abundance of food that you can just take. Non-perishable food. It depends on your playstyle. Really? Picking up those beta blockers encumbered me? Alright, fine. Or maybe I got hungry. Let's see here. Boonie hat, I'm going to get rid of. I should have actually did a bit of... Maybe I'll go do that now, before I venture too far from the car. Is dump the things in my backpack, in my inventory, that I don't really need to carry around with me all the time. Like the books I have, and that would increase my carry weight and allow me to grab stuff that I am actually looking for. I hear you. I heard growling. Where are you? Oh, look at all you guys. These guys are all stuck behind the fence. They can't get to me. Sucks to be you. The carry weight system seems to be complicated in the game? Not really. Things just have a weight, and things just have a finite amount of weight that it can hold. It's actually, I would argue it's kind of overly simple. Because it doesn't account for, like, size or anything. So you can put, like, massive items into a glove box, because the glove box only cares about weight, not size. So I'm dumping all but my carpentry book in here. Most of the wood glue. Some alcohol wipes. Boxes of ammo. Best tip for new players? My best tip for new players, the thing that everybody that frequents my channel will probably know that I already say, is that when you start playing Project Zomboid, don't bother treating it like a looting game. Just practice fighting. Because until you're able to fight multiple zombies, there's no point in planning for longer term survival. Step one is learn to fight, which involves how to time your swings and how to take on groups and how to ditch hordes and how to clear houses safely, how to enter buildings safely, that kind of thing. It's not necessarily fun just to practice that stuff, but without that, you don't really get to play Project Zomboid. You get to be killed in Project Zomboid. So don't collect canned goods and don't like dress yourself up like a Ken doll. Just fight. Just kill things. And then when you get really good at killing things, you can start enjoying the game more. But I would say most people probably quit because they they try to treat it like a survival game initially, which it is. But the determining factor of long-term success is how well you fight, not how well you collect stuff. I'm probably never going to use auto 45 rounds, so I'm going to be collecting rounds for guns that I'm more likely to use, like shotgun and 5.56. Because there's going to be a lot of bullets here, and I don't want to spend all my time just, like, hauling bullets. Another tip that I have is, like, it's a sandbox game, so you can set it on whatever difficulty that you can that you're able to handle. So if you're struggling in Zomboid, just like lower the difficulty. It's, it is a multiplayer game, but multiplayer is a different beast. There's a lot of issues with multiplayer. There's bugs and glitches and stuff like that. Whereas on single player, this game doesn't have like latency or anything like that. It's a lot easier to play in single player as a result. So also, as much as it would be helpful to learn from a veteran player how to play, it's going to be a lot more frustrating learning Zomboid in multiplayer, I think, because you're going to deal with latency deaths that aren't exactly your fault. All right, I'm switching my primary weapon so that as long as it's dark, I can at least run around with a crowbar in my primary. See? Like this zombie, right? I could barely see it when I walked in. Oh, I can't even stop it. I'll just let it come out to me. Come on out. Jerk. But I would say it actually does take a while for you to build up the sort of good habits of like how to get out of bad situations. And it's one of those things that only really experience will tell you. Why am I leaving the M16 magazines? Because I don't need a lot of magazines, I just need the gun. So I'm grabbing the ammo, because the way guns work in this game is, you reload like a magazine or two. You don't need like 50 of them. Come on out. There you are. Well, I did very little damage to you. Well, that's crowbar. So yeah, I can grab one of the magazines, but I don't need like 50 of them. Military bulletproof vest. Am I wearing one right now? I don't even think I'm wearing a bulletproof vest. No, I'm not. Okay, I have tons of 5.56 now. There is a pallet full of guns up ahead. That might be a good place for me to head out to check. But it's actually, but I'd rather get some water. So I'm going to head to the mess hall and skip some of these tents. I'm also not planning on spending too much time here. I just want to get some basic guns and ammo just to have, and then I'll be heading into Louisville. I'm not going to bother full clearing this area. But this pallet of, or whatever, this pile of boxes tends to have a crazy good amount of stuff. FYI. Alright, come on. Fresh cheese? Don't mind if I do. How many rounds are in? I actually forget. I could unpack one. Brady Bill, thank you for the resub. Oh, they got staked. Huh. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Hordebreaker, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow zombie slayers.